Here are some ways you can work on basic sight words with your child. One way is to write out a model and then read it with them while sounding out the words. Just really exaggerate those sounds like k, at, k, at, cat. Another way would be making sure that your cards have an illustration too. Like, it doesn't have to be fancy. Kids are not as picky as you think. As you can see, I just kind of did a loopy little dude here. And you have them try to guess what it might be. Point out the letters, see if they might know any of those sounds, and then have them guess from there. Even if it's something that doesn't quite look right, sometimes they'll figure it out as they grow more accustomed to the word. On this card, I have capitalization on one side and lowercase on the other. It's okay for kids to learn both of these at the same time. It's perfectly fine to work on sight words even if your child doesn't have full familiarity with the alphabet yet. Another way you can work with this is to just make little strips of paper, have Scrabble tiles, anything like that with individual letters. So you can have the child try to match them up. Even if they're not sure what the letters are, they can still see what they look like and then use that as information to try to match it up. K, a, ch, for instance. And that you can have them try to name the letters, then support them if they can't quite get there yet. And then, of course, there's your traditional holding it up and having them guess. But that's usually something you want to do as a later stage thing. Something I really like to do with sight words is not just have your common first 100 words word groups, but also just have an extra piece of paper involved. Ask your kid, would you like to learn this word? Write it down and let them try the same sort of letter sorts and sounding out with their word that they chose for themselves. It could be a name, it could be Spider-Man. I had several kids who could spell Spider-Man just because, and sound out Spider-Man and recognize Spider-Man in different contexts just because that was one of the words they chose for themselves. I hope this is useful for you when introducing sight words to your children. Thank you for your time.